What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Continuing on with the Pete Dye series for another backyard simulator video. For today's video, we are moving into the state of Florida. Again, going through the Pete Dye list in alphabetical order by state. And this is the first course in Florida. So for today's video, we're playing Delray Dunes Golf and Country Club. This is in Boynton Beach, Florida, completed by Pete Dye in 1969. So a bunch of different tee box options. We're playing the black tees, which are the furthest back, so this should be interesting. Second round today, I just played a subscriber requested course. It was a pretty short and easy 9-hole course, played pretty well, kind of to be expected, but already warmed up, got a sweat going, so this is the second round of today. Hopefully, I figured I'd come out here, play that one first. Still working on those 3 swing changes that I were talking about the last 2 videos that last time I came out here. So real quick for those, just keeping the club face a little bit of a wider, more square takeaway, keeping my hands kind of out in front of me with the club face a little more shut, a bigger, deeper turn, and then when I'm coming through, have the feeling of basically kind of slapping the ball, and both left and right hand, but mainly right hand, as to release the club, have the feeling of coming through and throwing the club basically behind me with my right hand. So hopefully we can keep that going. Saw some pretty good, again, pretty good distance increases just from those 3 things. Don't always release the club as much as I would like to. Still lost a couple out to the right, but between keeping the club face more square, the slower, more controlled takeaway, I think the bigger turn has a lot to do with it, and then that extra little whip slap factor at the bottom just adds a little bit more speed. I hit a couple bombs off the tee for that first one that I was pretty happy with distance-wise, so we'll see how this goes. Real quick for the rundown, Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand. Had a few no reads or misread issues on that first round. I think it's because it's pretty hot and humid out again compared to the last couple days. It was sunny and 75 with low humidity. Now it's back up into the 80s with more humidity, so hopefully those short little chip shots with my 60-degree, may have to hit those a couple times for it to register, but hopefully not, knock on wood. Country Club Elite mat, Callaway Superfast ball, DIY stance mat, 10x7 nets, and Home Tee Hero you're seeing as the simulator software within the Garmin Golf app. So without further ado, we got palm trees here for Florida. First hole, we got a par 4, 350 yards, slight dogleg left. We're gonna aim right about there. Don't love that palm tree on the right in front of that bunker, but that's the line we're going to take, and we'll see if we can get close to 290 out of this, if I can hit it decent. Like I mentioned, the first video I came out, the subscriber GrayLamo2 was the one who gave it to me. He mentioned that it was an easy old farm style type of course, so I knew I was going to play pretty well. I thought coming out that was going to be 18, it ended up only being 19, so instead of being much more fatigued out here today for the second round, obviously I only played 9 versus 18, and I tweaked my, not really tweak, I guess. I woke up, I think it was more so how I slept. Wasn't really that sore the other day after the second video of the Buff Bogey series, but I feel a little bit of pain in my right pec, so I opted for the subscriber requested course, and then either 1 or 2 Pete Dye videos here instead of doing a bunch of push-ups. Figure might as well take it easy on those for the next couple days if I can have the choice to do these instead. But we'll be getting back to that series eventually. Hopefully you guys like the first 2 videos so far, but here we go. Hoping I play well on this one, and then I have the energy and stamina and basically positive attitude to go and try to play well for a third round out here today with another Pete Dye, but we shall see. Pulled that one up the left. That one didn't do a whole lot right. The takeaway wasn't terrible, but I rushed the transition a little bit too quick. That wasn't a very big, deep turn, and because of that, I mean, 275 still pretty good, but that other round, which should have been the video right before this, I had a couple that were 280, 290. I even had one that was 299 with a downslope. So that one, got to work on still. Again, like I mentioned in that last video and the other 2, it's tough enough trying to do 1 swing change, let alone 3 at the same time. But if I can get all 3 of those working together somewhat consistently, better contact, straighter ball flight, and more distance, which would be nice. That one wasn't great. So, 82 yards left, no slope, we're in the fairway. I'm going to go 52, and been coming up a little bit long with this. So I'm going to try to just play my 75-yard shot. Should still put us on the green. If I pull it a little bit, still should be fine. But the feel is about 75 here. Popped it up and pushed it right. Hopefully that catches the green. Should be alright. I might need to go a little bit though. Get up. Alright, we just made it. Not a very good swing there. At least I didn't come up long, but that wasn't a great swing. Two not so great. Where did that ball go to? That thing spun off over here, and there's a bunch of leaves, and it just gets nestled down over here, and I ended up losing one completely the other day. I couldn't even find it. That one. Alright, that one's right here. At least I can get that one. This was on the newer side of a ball, so definitely don't want to lose this one. The other one from the other day was on its way out anyways. It was about to crack, so I don't feel too bad about leaving that one over there. But even through one. Second hole, par 4, 352. Looks pretty straightforward hole. Aim up this right side. Slow things down a little bit. Get a bigger, deeper turn into this one. Low on the face. That was a better turn, but contact wasn't great there. It's going to be a low line drive up the middle. Going to roll out and it'll be fine, but definitely those first two drives weren't exactly as good as we were hitting them the first round. 265 on that one. Nothing wrong with it down the middle, but it's tough. I just hit it just finished that round less than 5 minutes ago, and I was hitting them 280, 290, and now I'm 20 yards, 30 yards short of that, but hopefully we'll get back up there. Second shot into this, 89. This time closer to my 100-yard shot with my 48. So I'm going to go 48 and just choke down a little bit more. The right thumb is about an inch onto the metal. Should put me right around 90 yards if I can hit it halfway decent. We'll see. Caught it a little bit heavy. That may have been closer to a 100-yard swing, so that may benefit us, catching it a little bit heavy. And even that's still a little bit long, but we're on the green. Should be another par. Grab some Gatorade quick, make sure the camera is still recording, which it is. I wish there was a way that if for whatever reason that stopped, it would like beep or something and give me an alert, versus me having to constantly walk back there to make sure it's still going. But 146, third hole par 3, even through 2. 146, no slope. I'm gonna go choke down 9, and we'll see. I've been working on my 140, 145 yard shot with this. We'll see if we can do it here. Spinny to the right. Not a great swing. Came over the top on that. Alright, not great. 23 yards, we're in the rough, no slope though, so an extra 2.3 puts us at right around 25. Gonna go 56, see if we can put this inside the inner circle, save par. Should be decent if it registers. It should be right around 25, I think. Ooh, landed soft. Thought that was gonna be pretty close to the money, but bogey. As soon as I saw that bogey, the thought flashed in my head to do push-ups, but luckily we're not doing those today. So it puts us 1 over through 3. Fourth hole, par 5, 478. We got water up there, so we're gonna keep it out to the right and stay safe with that, hopefully. Better swing there. Should be down the middle. It's coming back a little bit. The rough's going to kill that distance because it landed in the rough first, but we still got 278 out of that. We'll take a look at that for speed numbers, which I think may not be the most accurate in the world, but Garmin had it at 106, 149. Just kind of curious where I'm at some of these swings, but pretty decent. 200 yards left. We got water. Basically, we need to carry this, so 200 on the dot, down 199. Before on the range when I was warming up, I think I'm losing a little bit of speed now after what is that, 12 holes in. On the range, I hit a couple 9 irons that were closer to like 160, and I hit a couple 7 irons that were closer to 200 versus my regular 190. I don't know if I'm going to get that quite as much now, so I guess I'm going to go 6 iron, and better to be a little bit long than short here, but possibly if I hit it well I could get the 7 there, but 6 is probably a better move. Hit it pretty good. That should draw. Should be pretty straight. Maybe on the long side. Usually I play this to about 205 and 209. Pretty good read, pretty good swing. That was exactly what that felt like. That actually faded a little bit. I had that starting straight and drawing. That should have been either dead straight or a slight baby draw. Kind of is what it is. Maybe started a little bit left, came back, but either way, good swing. 5th hole, par 4, 302. Dogleg, slight dogleg left. So we're gonna aim out here. Hopefully, I want to stay clear of these trees here on the left. Start it up the right side, bring it back. Let's see if we can get, I'm not swinging out of my shoes, but let's see if I can make some good contact with these swing changes and get about 280, 285. I'm excited once I keep going a few weeks, maybe even a few months with these swing changes, just these 3 little tweaks, as long as this keeps kind of working out. I'm excited to where I might be able to start getting closer to 300 if these 3 swings just give me the extra little distance as is without having to swing super hard, and then when I actually go after one and I hit it good, that could give us that extra distance that we're looking for, closer to that 300 number. Low launch up the left, should be fine though. Should be about, depending on where it lands, 275, 280, maybe even a little more. Right in there, 277, good swing. A little bit of a low launch. If I got that a little bit squarer, a little bit more towards the center of the club face versus low, that one could have been a halfway decent result. That was pretty good, but you get the point, could have been even better. 26 yards, we're gonna go 56 again. Loving the results I'm getting by that takeaway of keeping the club face more out in front of me and more square. Hit it a little bit thin. That may be a tad short like the other one. Should be dead straight, but I don't know. It's going to be just short, I think. Yeah. But compared to pulling them left and long, I guess we'll take that. We're on the green safely for a par. Those, though, I feel like I should be able to, with some pretty good consistency, hit it right at my 25, 30-yard shot, like 7, 8 times out of 10, I would hope. It's not exactly there right now, but all right, even through 5, 6th hole, par 4, 401. Pretty dead straight hole. Gonna aim right there. Oh, that was even lower on the face, and that was up the left. It's going to work out fine. Realistically, in real life, we may still catch the rough, but That was pretty bad. That was more of a duck hook swing. That would have been probably 10, 20 yards further left in real life, but because side spin's down here on the R10, I think we're still in the fairway, but only 260 out of that one. We're in play though. 146. I mean, I went through a period of when I was striking it halfway decent, I was only getting about 260, 270. That was a miss hit, pretty bad swing. We still got 260 out of it, so I guess silver lining on that one. 146, gonna go choke down 9. We'll see if I can hit this a little bit better than I did the other one. That was a better swing, straighter too, maybe a little bit long left. Wow, it was straight, but it's going to be a little bit short. Thought that was a better swing. At least I didn't leave it out to the right, but only 138. All right. I am hitting those pretty easy. There's been a couple times where I've choked down and I've kind of swung my regular swing, and I've still gotten with that 9, getting closer to my 150, 155 kind of stock number despite choking down almost all the way to the middle. So I did swing a little bit easier, so maybe that was a good read from the Garmin, I don't know. Even through 6, 7th hole par 3, 146, so same shot. Is that 346 yard shots now? Basically, looking for the same exact swing, just gotta put a little bit extra on it. Pop that one up a little bit. Hit it a little bit harder, but I popped that one up towards the right. That's still maybe a little bit short right. Go, go, go. Yep. And goes to show, still got to work more on that in-between shot. I really probably should be playing closer to like, I definitely shouldn't be playing blades, but I should be playing closer to like players, more of like a player's iron. These Sim 2s are like, not super game improvement, but they're definitely game improvement irons. And the lofts are so jacked on them, there's a good amount of gapping. I basically have like a 20-yard gap in between my pitching wedge and my 9, which isn't great. Usually more of the player style clubs, the lofts are closer together and they're more evenly gapped out. So instead of like 15, 20 yards in between clubs, you get closer to 10 to 15, which is nicer. But 14 yards, we're in the rough, so we need another 1.4, so 15.4 to be exact. This is where the R10 was struggling a little bit before. I think I hit one 60-degree shot like 6 times before I registered last round. Popped it up a little bit to the right. All right. Just got it inside the inner circle. Those would be fine on course, and obviously it's still inner circle, which is fine, but from a 15-yard shot, I would like to be within like, that's had 2 yards short. I'd like to be within like a yard or 2 consistently every time. That one was probably, that may have been even a little bit generous. That one felt like I popped it up even a little bit more. That could have been easily outside of the inner circle there. 8th hole, par 4, 247 down 2, and there's water protecting this green and right. Well, this should be interesting. So we're gonna go 4 hybrid. Should be a good number if I can strike it well. Play this to about right at that number. 240, 245. There was one shot I remember from a couple days ago when I came out here first doing these swings, and I think I got up to like 255 with this club with those swing tweaks. So we'll see. I'd rather have that and be long and dry, but let's see if we can get 240, 245 out of this. Hit it pretty good. It's gonna fade a little bit. That should be close to it though if it stays straight enough. Oh no. I don't know about that. I hit that decent. I did not have that 226 in that far right. It was gonna fade a little bit, but I thought that was gonna be pretty close to 240, 245, and then, I mean, still, that may have been, I probably should have aimed left in hindsight. That's unfortunate. It's a drop penalty stroke into the water, but I had that closer to the number than that was, but 38 yards in the rough puts us to, call it another 4, so 42. I'm gonna go 52 degree. That sucks. Had a good round going too. We can still get out of this. What was that? 1, 2 in, we're hitting 3. So if I get this side the inner circle, 1, penalty stroke 2, we're hitting 3 plus 1, 4. I think we could still get a par maybe. I never can remember if it's, no, it's gonna be a bogey if we do that, because we were one in, we're hitting 2, and then plus the penalty stroke at the end. So it's basically 1, 2, and instead of 2, we're hitting, I don't know if you guys get the point. I'm gonna put this close, 40 yards. Maybe closer to 50. I hit it decent though. Looks like we got to do it again. You guys know the deal though. That one I thought was a little bit unfortunate with that 4 hybrid shot, but usually get some lucky breaks, get some unlucky breaks. Oh, that was kind of thin, and it evens itself out by the end of it, but get over. All right, go. First one definitely hit better, but we'll take that. +1, I think it's gonna be a bogey with that. Oh no, we did get a par. All right, I stand corrected. Yeah, actually, I guess that's right, because we hit 1, we only hit 2 shots, and then plus the 1 for the +1, and then plus the penalty stroke, so yeah, that was a 4. Alright, not that I can do anything about it anyways. 9th hole, par 4, even par through 8, 388. Slight dogleg right, a little bit more narrow now with some palm trees. So we're going to aim up this right side. See if we can square one up just a little bit better. Really low on the face again. It's going to be fine. It's going to be a low runner up the left side, but struggling with contact this round. 250. It's literally 30 to 40 yards shorter than what I was doing that like 20 minutes ago at this point. Alright, 147 up 1, so we got 148. Considering I left those last couple, what was that, 3 in a row I left short, I'm going to go like 3/4 9-iron now instead of that complete choke down. Struck it decent, popped it up a little bit towards the right. Should be enough distance though. Didn't release it as much as I wanted to, but that was at least a halfway decent swing. A little bit better. Still on the short side. Par though, hacking our way through. 10th hole, par 4. We got water, at least in 2 different spots, and we got trees. So, 340 yard, we're even through 9, so onto the back 9. We got a decent score going. Usually these peat dye courses are pretty challenging, so pretty happy to be even through 9, especially with some of those swings we've had so far. This is tricky though. I don't love going this way. There's a decent chance we catch these palm trees, especially if I hit one low like I have been, but I want to hit driver, and if I push one right, that water could come into play, so got to launch one a little bit higher, keep it straight and or left. Can't really afford to hit one well and block it right, and also can't really afford to hit one low on the face again. Well, it was a higher launch, but it's to the right. Did we catch that tree? Oh, I think we did. Well, at least it's short of the least it's short of the water. And I hit it a little bit higher on the face. Alright. 98 yards, up one, and we're in the rough. So that puts us at 99, plus we'll call it another 10 because we're in the rough. So 109, 110, gonna go 48. Should be decent. That should be pretty close to 110, 115, I would think. Yep. Still a little bit right. Still, again, the struggles continue releasing the club, and let alone, I just want to keep one straight and not have it fade as much and or slice, let alone trying to draw one and turn it over, but we got to keep working on it. 11th hole, par 4, 350. Still even though. Nice open hole. Kind of a green light special here. Haven't been hitting it great with the driver, so I'm definitely not going to try to swing at one. I just want to square one up again and get about 275 out of it with a good strike if I can, and then try to ramp things up just a little bit if I start striking it consistently. Alright, better swing. Not releasing it though. That could be about 275 up the right side, depending on how it hits in the rough. That was a better launch, better swing. 266, the rough killed it, but we'll take that. I can feel my back tightening up just a little bit too, so some of that distance and speed increases that we were seeing. Granted, we're not getting as much now because we're not releasing the club the way I need to, but some of that speed's going back down. 84 yards left, no slope, but we're in the rough, so we need another 8. Puts us at 92. Gonna go back to the 48. It's gonna fade again, but that should be at least on the green. Alright, pin high, just again coming across it and not releasing it is a recipe for a slicey fade. Decent swings though, it's just that little extra, just leaving the club face a tad open with that club path. Still even though through 11. 12th hole, par 5, 540. Alright, let's get a good drive. Let's see if we can get a bird out of this par 5. Hit it harder and I released it, but a low launch again. That should be up the left side. Right side. I don't know about that. Slight misread there. 261. That one should have been. I hit it decently hard, and that one I really focused on releasing it. That one started straight and should have turned over. I thought that was going to be kind of a low line drive up the left. Garmin had it reading it lower into the right, but luckily we're not in the bunker. So 279 left, plus I mean the 10%, that's almost another 30 yards, so I could try to get 3 wood there, but we wouldn't even get it. So I'm gonna take my own advice and just hit 4 hybrid, advance the ball, have a better chance of a better strike with the 4 versus even the 3 hybrid or the 3 wood. All we're looking for is, 222, so it's basically minus 28 yards. So basically all we're looking for is about 220, it's gonna read, and then plus the 28, right around 240, 245. Caught a little bit heavy, but should be relatively straight. We'll see what we get out of it. That was actually decent. So 232 plus the, 28, so that was actually hit decent. Granted, we got a lot of rollout in the fairway, but That was, what was that, 250, 255 maybe? And I caught that a little bit heavy still. Did a better job releasing it though, at least it was straight. 47 yards, no rough, no slope, so going 52, playing as close to I can here is 45, 50 yards. Should be decent, maybe just a tad short of the inner circle. Ooh, or right past the pin, we'll take that. Tried to swing a little bit easier, let the club do the work. Better swing there, a little bit better distance control. Still kind of, it's like a still hit and hope situation. Before I felt really comfortable with that. I still don't really love, these are really cheap wedges. I don't love the way they're bent, but at least I'm getting used to them a little bit more. But even that one, I still kind of had not a great idea compared to where I was maybe 6 months to a year ago with those touch shots. I had a pretty good sense of what I was trying to do and what would happen as soon as I hit it. That one was still, could have been 5 to 10 yards short, could have been 5 to 10 yards long. Which, as you would imagine with your scoring clubs, isn't ideal. Playing decent though. I may actually play one extra round after this, we'll see. Maybe I'll go inside, get a little bit of food, take a 20-30 minute break and then come back out. I don't know, that could be a recipe though to cool back down and then play some bag golf, who knows. 1 under through 12, 13th hole par 4, dogleg right, down 1 yard. This has been a pretty flat course. I think generally speaking Florida is a pretty flat state. I think most of the courses are pretty flat as well. That last one I just played was in Pennsylvania, and almost every single shot was like up or down 10 to 15 yards. So we're gonna hit driver again. We're gonna aim up that right side, narrow fairway, but no water or anything, so even if we're in the trees we should still be able to play out of them. Alright, rushed the transition a little bit, didn't release it, so that's kind of out to the right, but wasn't terrible. 256 into the rough. I think it landed in the bunker and just came out. That probably would have rolled out closer to 265, 270 if we hit the fairway. That one again, I rushed it. Club face was decent, kept that relatively square on the takeaway, but that turn wasn't as deep because I rushed it, so I was kind of coming back, and then I started my swing a little too quick. Want to keep slowing that down, get a bigger, deeper turn, and then still not releasing the club the way I want to be just yet. 166 left in the rough, so we need another 16, 17 yards. So that puts us at 176, 183, I believe. That's dead between a 8 and a 7. We're gonna go 7. I'm gonna choke down just a hair. If we come up long and I hit it good, so be it. Thin and left, that's gonna have to get down. Faded though and came back. Wow, I didn't have that short, but we'll take it. Didn't strike particularly well, so ball speed was probably down, but sometimes you get those thin shots and Garmin reads them with some extra speed. I did choke down a little bit on it, so, and I didn't swing super hard. Still 1 under, 14th hole par 3, 210. Alright, I'm gonna try the 6. Usually, like I said, play this to about 205. I'm thinking if I can strike it good, I can get close to 210. Even if I hit a 205, that still should be well on the green. A little bit thin. That's gonna either be right side of the green or probably be off the green to the right. Short right. Alright, 196 for a thin shot. We got 21 yards left. No slope and no rough though, so I'm gonna go 60 degree and we'll see if we can get 21. Should be pretty close to 20 if it picks it up, and it didn't, which is unfortunate. That was pretty much what I was trying to do, and it looks like we gotta do it again. That's unfortunate, but sometimes you get lucky. This one not so much. Now the Garmin is straight up that solid red light, so I think I'm gonna have to turn it off and turn it back on. There's also, there was a little bit of a bug on it. I don't know if that affected it at all, but we're back to it blinking again. So let's give this another go. Hit that one decent too. That one was a little bit harder though. That might be closer to 25. Get down, down, down. Yep. That first one would have been much better. Would have been pretty close to the pin, but unfortunately dropped one there for a bogey. 15th hole, par 5. Brings us back to even though, so still pretty good all things considered. 475, dog leg left. Right there should be a decent line. Give us some space both if we block one right, and then hopefully we turn one over to the left, cut that corner just a little bit. All right, low launch, hit it halfway decent. This should be up the left. Alright, all things considered, 267 into the rough. Alright, and this should be, actually might work out to our favor, because 221, if we were in the fairway, that would be a well-struck 5-iron, which are kind of few and far between at this point. I've been struggling a little bit with the 5, but because we're in the rough, we got to add an extra 22 yards to this, so that should be 220 plus another 22, 242. Should be a good 4 hybrid distance, which I've been hitting this 4 hybrid a lot better than, and more consistently than I have the 5-iron. So I don't mind being in the rough in this situation. Let's see if we can do it though. Well, I released that one. That one's up the left, but we'll see if it comes back a little bit. Bounce right. Nope. All right, so that was 205 plus the 22. That was only 227-ish. That was off the heel up the left. Not the best strike in the world. Par 5 though, so we're hitting 3. We get this inside the inner circle, we're looking at a bird. On the green is a par. 20 yards in the rough, so we need another 2, so 22, going 60. I drop kicked it. That should still be on the green, but that wasn't very good. And it looks like we may get lucky now for a misread. Garmin didn't get it, so we get another chance at that. Hit like an inch behind that one. Alright, let's not do that again. That was better, but that was thin. Should be straight though, we'll see. Go, go. Yeah, didn't really deserve the inner circle on either of those, so that was fair. That one actually hit and it flipped up a wood chip over here. Alright, grab some Gatorade quick, 16th hole par 4. I think I mentioned it in the first video, I got out here a little bit later than I would have liked. So, it's getting a little bit later in the day. May actually call it quits after this this round here. Pack things up. So, 16th hole par 4, even through 15, 435. Narrow fairway, we need a good one here. Alright, that was hit better. Still didn't release it a ton. That's probably gonna be somewhat of a block out to the right, but I had some decent contact and speed on it. Up the right side, 276, we'll take that. Losing some speed because of the fatigue, but that was hit decent. 166 down 4, so 162. Again, in between 9 and an 8. Been playing the 8 to 170, 175. Got a couple upwards towards 180, which would be too much club, so I guess we're closer to 162. If I hit 155 with the 9, that should still be front side, I think. So we're gonna go 9 iron. Hopefully I get some decent contact. Oh, I hit it really heavy. I released the club, but that's going to be short. +3 territory. Just barely, too. That sucks. Bogey. Alright. Let's see if we can get that back over the next 2 holes. I think that puts us to 1 over. Still pretty good, but that was a pretty horrendous swing. 157. Alright, this should be closer to an actual stock 9 if I don't do that again. Nope. That's going to be like 20 yards short and way right, maybe even 30 yards short. That was horrendous. That is frustrating. Hopefully we have a decent finishing hole. These last couple swings are not what we're looking for. 40 yards, down 1, and we're in the rough. So that puts us at 39 plus another 4, which is 43. Gonna go 52 degree. Hopefully we put this close. Should be decent, maybe closer to 50, but that'll be on the green. At least I gave it a chance. Alright, we'll take that. I think we saved par after that horrendous 9 iron. 2 bad 9s in a row. Alright. 18th and final hole. Oh boy. We got water, we got bunkers, we got trees. 1 over. Par 4. How much room we have up there? Should be fine. Going driver. Don't think we're going to get 287, so looks like we need about 290, probably 295, 300 to get to that water, so shouldn't have a issue coming up short of that. Low in the face towards the heel. It'll be fine, but not a very good swing in contact. 252. I mean, still, I guess, on the bright side, that was a pretty bad miss hit, and we still got 52 out of it, kind of down the middle, but that's kind of frustrating. All right, here we go again. 142 down 2. So 140, going 9 iron, and we got to get it there. A little bit better, but that's still spinny to the right. Catch a piece. All right, it's going to be on the right side, but I think we're going to go through the scorecard, wrap this video up. I think I'm just going to hit a couple balls on the driving range off camera and just kind of get those bad swings out of the way. Those 9 iron swings I'm not happy with. Same thing with driver. Probably just hit 9s until I hit a few good, like 3 good ones in a row. But let's take a look at this. So from Delray Dunes Golf Club and Country, all right, let me try that again. Delray Dunes Golf and Country Club in Boynton Beach, Florida. Pete Dye design course completed in 1969. We ended up with a 1/72. So, I mean, all things considered, we still kind of scrambled and hacked our way around the course and put up a halfway decent score. Some decent shots in there. I don't know if I hit any shots that were really particularly that great. There was definitely more bad shots than good shots, but we kind of were able to escape and scrape out a decent amount of pars. We had, looks like 3 bogeys, 2 birdies, the rest were pars, even par on the front. We got it down to what was that, 1 under at one point by the 12th, and then we gave back 2 to go plus 1. But 8 out of 14 fairways, slightly above 50%, we'll take that. 13 out of 18 greens regulation should be right around about 1.5, so we'll take that as well. And then 33 putts, a little bit on the high side. I think we had 1 or 2 plus 3s, which were tough. So we'd like to be, obviously 2 putts a hole would be 36, so want to be closer to, I did the math the other day. I don't know what 1.5 is of 36. Maybe some of you can, if you're watching it to this point, can do that on your calculator and put it in the comments down below. But I want to be 1.5. 1 putt per hole would be obviously 18. That's a little bit unrealistic. So maybe, what is it? 18 plus 9 is 27. Should be 1.5, I think. So a little bit on the high side, but that's all right. 72 1 over for a Pete Dye design course, and didn't feel like I had my best stuff compared to that first round, so it is what it is. But hopefully you guys enjoyed another Pete Dye series, or a Pete Dye video as a part of the series here. As far as subscriber requested courses, I just played the one and only course that I had on the list. I didn't have any for a while, which is why I moved to this Pete Dye series, and I just played the one that I got recently. So don't have any more subscriber requested courses. If you guys want to see me play a course of your choosing, literally any course around the world, local, 9-hole, municipal, par 3, championship 18, world famous course, preferably one I haven't played yet. But just let me know the name of the course and the location down in the comments, preferably a little bit of background information, just a sentence or two. The more the better, but just a little bit of information of why you want me to play it, whether it's your home course, a course you've always wanted to play, maybe you have a golf trip coming up, maybe a course you got like a hole-in-one or an eagle on or something cool. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Like I said, just going to hit a couple of balls on the range until I hit a few square. I'll probably just hit 9 iron, like I said, maybe 9 and 8s, and just feel a little bit better following up and finishing out today. Probably take tomorrow off, play one more day tomorrow, and then we'll see after that. But appreciate all the support. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.